if you have this and this, do you really need this? Maybe. Let's check it out and see. This is the 2024 Bandai SH Figuarts Star Wars The Phantom Menace Darth Maul. And basically, he's the same as this one, pretty much, but has more stuff. And some of the stuff he has is in this, the Sith Speeder. But do you really need this? Well, if you want what's in both of these minus the speeder, then yeah. This one comes with the probe droid and the probe droid stand. But the Sith Speeder has a probe droid, the same one. And it shows a stand on the back here. But it's a different stand. And actually, the stand isn't even included in this. You have to buy it separately. And I remember grumbling about that before. It's like, why do they show it? And then make you want to, you pay all this money for this thing. And it gives you extras, but it doesn't give you a stand. So it shows what it looks like on the stand, but it's not included in the Sith Speeder set, which was previously the only way to get a probe droid. Darth Maul's little droid. Now, this old Darth Maul doesn't have the swooshing effect. It does have two heads and different hands, but it doesn't have a cloth cape. This new one has his nice cloth cape and I think a few more hands, and it's got the swooshing effect for his lightsaber. Plus, it's got two lightsabers that looks like it's broken in half, and a separate lightsaber hilt. And then it's got the double-bladed swooshing effect, and it's got the double-bladed single effect that you can plug into into either into either lightsaber hilts. There's three hilts. Two of them are simulated broken in half, and then there's the single hilt. So, and anyway, here's the side box art for the new one. And the face tattoos are real similar to the other one. Same thing with the horns. They're a little bit different, though. Some people like this new one a little bit better. They say it's a little bit more comprehensive, a little cleaner. And the nose, the features by the nose are a little more complete. There's the Tamashi Nation's quality control sticker. Whoop. And here's the back shot. Yep, showing him with his cloak. Fighting Qui-Gon Jinn. The swooshing effect on the double-bladed sabers. Yep. But anyway, let's get this open and check it out. Be right back. So right out of the package, you get this little box mural art thing. Insert that pops out. It's pretty cool. Looks like a little poster. Yeah. Check him out. He looks cool. And then you also have the instructions little pamphlet, which these are helpful. And it shows you, just in case you have any questions about stuff. It has, good visual pictures. Shows you how to put up stuff on, how to, put stuff together. So that's helpful. And his robe comes in this little plastic bag for protection, which is nice. It feels pretty premium, actually, even through the bag. So here's Maul right out of the package. Before we get to him, let's check out his accessories real quick. So here's the probe droid on its stand. It looks pretty nice. A lot of nice details on this thing. Yeah, it looks pretty much just like the other one that came in the Sith Speeder. But this time it comes with a stand. And for some reason, I don't know why they didn't give us one in this other, in the Sith Speeder. It shows a picture, but it actually doesn't come with it, which is lame if you ask me. Okay, so we got that. And we have here the swooshing effects, which a lot of people complain about these, that they don't like them. I like them. I think they're pretty cool. But some people say that, okay, you've got the leading edge, right, from the lightsaber. And then a lot of people say it should swoop back to simulate an a correct effect of like swooshing, which I agree with that. Actually, that's a really good notion. But you know, these are okay. I don't mind them. I'm glad they included them. At least they put them in. So there's those. So then we've got the hands. There's 8 in total. Force pushing hands, hands for his lightsaber. Yep, and you know, we got 6 here and 2 come on the figure. Next we have his 2 cut in half lightsabers. And you can see one's black on the bottom to simulate like it's been chopped. And they're pretty nice. Nice detail on them. Nice color on red on the blades. Yep. Looks good. And then you've also got the hilt. The single hilt. And this is a nice hilt. A lot of detail. Yeah, check that out. Looks really nice. Next up we have the alternate head sculpt. And this is pretty nice. I think it looks good. Yeah. Check out those face tattoos. Yep. Pretty nice. It's pretty tiny, but it's so detailed. There's the head, the spikes on his head. Some people like the first original release head spikes a little better. I think these ones are a little more yellowish in person, but it looks good. Yep. It's a nice head sculpt. Really good. Now we finally get to Maul. And I think this stock head sculpt looks really good. Personally, I like the SHF Mauls the best. Better than Hasbro. Better than some of the other companies. I really like this iteration of Maul the best. And as far as, you know, how much different it is, it's about the same as the first one. But the hands are a little softer. You can get them on and off his body much easier on this version. The first version was a little bit tough to get him on, and people always complain about that. But it's a good looking Maul. It really looks good. Yep. Nice sort of very soft, you know, rubber overlay for as far as his tunic. Legs get out of the way. Okay, let's do a little articulation. He has good articulation in the head. I believe it's a double ball system. You can look up really far. Down. Pretty good. Not bad. Yep. Neck moves around. Side to side. Tilt. A little bit of tilt. There we go. Yep. It's got butterflies. Nice butterflies. Are very smooth. Get quite a bit of range out of them. I don't really feel any bicep swivel, but it does turn like so. And then you get about a little past 90 on the arms. And the hands swivel up and down and side to side, so that's good. And you can't really crunch forward much on this. It's on a single ball peg system. And the overlays kind of make it tough. It goes back a little more than it goes forward. And with the joints, there's no pull down mechanism for the legs. And he's a little bit restricted by the tunic, but the tunic is really actually pretty soft and it gets out of the way. But unfortunately, it doesn't give you a whole ton of range. But it will do like pretty wide splits. Not bad. Bends back at the knees. A little bit, almost 90, about a little past, well, actually a little past 90 maybe. Yeah, there you go. No boot cut swivel, but it does have toe hinge. And it does have rocker and pivot on the feet. They're pretty tight. There you go. There's a rocker. Kind of tight. Goes forward about that much. Not that much down. But it does have the rocker on the sides. It's not bad. It's a lot like the first one, but you can actually, it's pretty fun to pose this guy when you get him into poses. Oh yeah, and he doesn't have thigh cut swivel, but the legs do rotate quite a bit. So you can kick him out. Probably about that far, which you'd think it would be farther, but not really. Like I said, there's no drop-down mechanism. But he's a nice figure. It's still my favorite Maul. I would say I really like this one the best. So here's Maul with his cloak on. And I'm not going to lie. I like the materials, and I like the fact that it's wired on the top, and then down the front, and on the bottom. I mean, it looks okay, but these sleeves, these should be wired because they just kind of just flow out a little too much for my liking. And I have a complaint about the hood. The hood's a little bit big. And even though it's wired in the front, to get it to lay on him right, you really got to mess with this thing for quite a while. And I've been messing with it for a while. And I still can't get it to do it to lay naturally the way I want it to. And so it's not my favorite. I like the materials though. I think it looks good. The materials are kind of tube sucky, like people have been saying. It feels kind of funny. It's like a very fine, like different kind of tube sucky type material, but the textures are nice. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it looks good, and I think it's kind of pretty much accurate how it's supposed to look. Yeah. See, it's well made too. It just needs wires, and the hood's a little bit bigger than I like. It doesn't look that big on camera, but when you get this in person, it's a little bit big. Now myself, I've got other custom robes for some of the different mauls I have, the different SHF mauls. These are also wired, but they're not as poofy as this. And they have the sleeves lay a little bit better. Now, really, do you need this if you have the other two? Well, yes and no. I mean, because this comes with the stand for the probe droid, and it's got the swooshing effects for the blades. But other than that, and then it's got the robe. But other than that, well, I don't know. If you've got custom capes, I'd say maybe you could pass on this one. It's nice, but do you need it? I wanted to get it, and I'm happy I got it. But it has some limitations. But well, anyway, that's Darth Maul. Thought I'd share this with you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It really does help the channel grow, and I appreciate it greatly.